Hi everybody, it is Monday, August 19th, and it's actually in the evening right now, but just getting my video going. I've been in my craft room all day. I got one of the big blocks done from the quilt that I'm working on, and I had to jimmy around with my sewing machine a little bit because the bobbin tension wasn't working right, so I finally got it figured out and everything's working now. And my son just left. He was here fishing for a while. So I've had my breakfast and my lunch so far, and I'm only at 8 points today. And I know I'm having a low point dinner because I'm having leftover chicken and on a salad. So I'm going to need to get some more points and some more calories today. So I found the secret of losing weight though. All I have to do is get busy in my craft room and I forget all about eating. So let me insert the picture of my quilt block. Now this is one of I think 12, either 12 or 9 that I have to make, and they're big 20-inch quilt blocks. So let me insert the picture now so you can see where I'm going with this. I'm making progress on my quilt, and I wanted to show you the two squares that I have done, the two big blocks that I have done. This is actually the second one in the quilt in the first row. Let's see if I can flip this up. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this because my arms aren't long enough. That is the first quilt block in the first row. So I'm making progress anyway. I have one more square done right now. So I'm starting the last block in the first row, the top row. And hopefully when it's all done, it's going to resemble this. I don't know how close I can get to that, but that's what I'm aiming for. But I love this fabric, and right now it's going together really nicely. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm having a good time doing it. I think it's going to be a really pretty quilt when I get done with it. I am following a pattern, although I have changed the pattern up a little bit just because when I originally got the fabric, I didn't really read the instructions and cut some pieces wrong, so I'm substituting pieces that might be a little bit different from what's in the pattern. So, but I fell in love with it because I love the fall colors for one thing. Fall's my favorite time of year, and I'm not making it for anything special. I'm just doing it for me. So, uh, been out a couple times with the dog today. I think I've walked around my yard 3 times today. I don't know how many steps I have in or how many calories I've burned yet. I haven't synced my Fitbit yet. Um, I'm trying to get things in order and organized so that when I start subbing, it'll be an easy transition. Yeah, remember yesterday I told you I was going to get up early and start getting on a regular schedule? Well, that was a big fail today. For some reason, I could not sleep. And I mean, I've had a hard time sleeping ever since Joe died, but the last few nights, it's been really hard for me to get to sleep. And this morning, I think it was around 4 o'clock in the morning before I finally fell asleep. And I'm not doing anything, differently. I mean, I'm not drinking any more caffeine than what I normally have or anything. My mind won't settle down, and I don't know. I'm hoping I get to sleep tonight. I'm going to try to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight and get up in the morning. I have my alarm set for early in the morning, so I know I need to flip my schedule around a little bit. But so the last time I went to the bathroom this morning was about 6:30, and then I didn't wake up till 10. So I got about 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Good sleep anyway. I don't know what my Fitbit, it kind of, when you're just laying there, even you may be sleeping or you may not, sometimes it counts it as sleep or being sleep time, but you're awake. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so I didn't get up till, like I said, about 10 o'clock this morning. And I did go with my sister. She had to get her birth certificate because it's time for her to get her compliant license, driver's license, and she needed to get her documents together. So I did go do that today. Other than that, I've just been hanging around here because, as I said, my gas tank is thirsty. But tomorrow I am going out. I have to go get a blood test done tomorrow. And it's just a follow up blood test from lab work that I had done a couple weeks ago. And also, I'm getting my nails done tomorrow because they have grown out to the point, I don't know if you can see how badly they've grown out, where they're just really in the way. So I'm getting those shortened a lot and get a different color on it. I think I'll get a nice fall color on it. But I put off my last appointment because I didn't really have the money. And she contacted me today and she said, "You want to come tomorrow?" And I said, "I can come tomorrow, but my checkbook can't." And I told her when I could pay her. She goes, "That's fine. Just come anyway." So this is a gal that owns her own salon. So I'll stop over on Wednesday and pay her after I feed my gas tank. And Wednesday I have to go out for my mammogram and my bone scan. So fun times, huh? Anyway, that's pretty much my day today. Like I said, I have had a very light eating day, but I'm not hungry. It is after 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to go ahead and have my dinner now because last night it got so late after I ate. And then I forgot to weigh myself this morning. You think somebody that's been weighing themselves every day for the last 3 years wouldn't forget that, but I did. I got up and my sister called or texted me and said, "You want to go with me?" And I said, "Sure," and hopped in the shower and was out of here. And on the way down to Vital Statistics, I'm thinking, "Oh shoot, I didn't weigh myself." And then it got too late in the day, so I didn't bother. I'll do it tomorrow though, don't worry. I really am going to try to get up early in the morning. So what I should do is when my alarm goes, and I heard my alarm go off and I shut it off this morning, I should probably just get up, and then I'll be nice and tired to go to bed early at night, and maybe that's what I need to do. Get up even though I've only had an hour or so of sleep, and since I'm not going anywhere really, other than get my nails done. And I decided I'm going to cancel my Planet Fitness membership tomorrow while I'm over in that area because I don't use it, and it's costing me $23.54 a month for something I'm not using, and I don't anticipate using it. The reason I got it in the first place was when I was traveling and thought I was going to be living in my car for a while. I got the Planet Fitness membership so I could go anywhere in the country and take a shower and work out. But I have this nice big yard to walk around, so it's just money going down the drain, money that I can use for something else. So while I'm over there, Planet Fitness is not far from where I'm going, and it's actually right next to the post office. So tomorrow while I'm over there, I'm going to take care of all of that business and then come back here and work on my quilt. So, and I'm probably going to put another quilt block together yet tonight before I go to bed because this is kind of fun. I'm thrilled that it's coming together nicely and that I'm actually taking the time to do it. When I was working on it a couple years ago, a lot of stuff was going on. Joe was sick, and the kids were in and out. And at the time, I had 3 dogs and a cat, so it was a lot more chaotic than what my life is right now. And let's see, next week is the last week of August. The school system that I am going to be subbing in is having an in-service on the 30th for the substitute teachers. So I'm going to go to that. And I have to be up early in the morning for that. That's another reason I want to get my schedule turned around so that I'm not tired at this in-service. And then they go back to school after Labor Day. And probably there won't be any sub-jobs available, for a couple weeks. But at least I'm getting on the list. So, the district that I subbed at, or that I taught at, went back to school today. Molly, shh. The district that I used to teach at, their kids went back today, and it was the first day since I retired that I have felt like, oh, gee, I miss going back to school. I retired in July of 2015, so it's been a minute, but I haven't desired to go back or missed it at all, except for some reason today I'm thinking, I kind of miss going back, setting up a classroom and, seeing the kids and everything. I think maybe I'm just, thank you. Okay, thank you. Um, I think I'm just maybe mentally and emotionally more ready to do it than what I've been in the past. So I did sub for a little bit that first year that I was out, but like I said, Joe was sick and he was still in and out of the hospital, and my life was just far too chaotic. So anyway, now it's just me and Moo Moo, right? Right? Say hi. Hi, Molly dog. The owner is out mowing the grass, and so she's on guard duty now. Heaven forbid someone should come up the stairs. So this is what she does. If somebody's out there, she gets in my lap, and I think she thinks she's protecting me. So, but that's her job, huh? That's her job. All right. Well, I'll show you what I've had to eat today, and then I'll be back to wrap things up. All right. Here is my breakfast this morning. I have half a grapefruit for 0 points, 2 large eggs that I scrambled up with just some onions for 0 points. I have a little of Frank's hot sauce on there for 0 points. 28 grams of avocado to top those eggs. The avocado is 1 point. I have 2 slices of bread for 2 points. It's the Aunt Millie's 35 calorie bread. And I just have butter spray on there. So 1, 2, 3 on my plate and 2 in my coffee. So it's a 5-point breakfast this morning. Okay, I'm having a little bit of a late lunch here. I have 191 grams of an apple, which is just 1 apple that I cut up. 146 grams of cucumbers, that's all 0 points. I have 2 slices of Aunt Millie's bread for 2 points. I have 2 tablespoons of PB2 on here for 1 point, and 2 teaspoons of sugar-free jam for 0 points. So I have a 3-point lunch, and I have a huge glass of water that I'm drinking this with. All right, dinner tonight is leftovers, really. I have leftover green beans from last night. Those are 0 points. I have a lettuce salad, which is 0 points, with 2.5 ounces of my leftover steak, which I think is 5 points. 4 points. It's 4 points for the steak. And then I have 2 tablespoons of the Bolthouse chunky blue cheese dressing on there for 1 point. So, and just some Frank's hot sauce on top of that too. So my dinner tonight is 5 points. Takes me to 13 points for the day. Okay, hi. I'm back in my craft room. I've been working on my quilt blocks all day long. I gotta tell you, I'm having a good time doing this. If I cut everything correctly and counted everything correctly, it should go together pretty easily. That's why I showed you what I had done so far. I've been actually literally back here all afternoon. It's about 9 o'clock tonight right now, and I want to get this one last block finished so I have the front row done, or the top row done, and then I'm going to call it a night and work on it again tomorrow. I'm going to try to get up early again tomorrow. So I must have cut all these just slightly smaller. But oh well, we'll make it work. So I had a decent day on plan. By decent, I mean I've only had 16 points. Now, that being said, I'm not hungry. I have my big glass of water that I'm drinking here, which is probably why I go to the bathroom a lot during the night, because I drink water all night long. But I had 16 points, but I mean they were good points. I did have a bag of popcorn tonight, so that was my snack. And other than that, I mean, I ate good today. So um, I showed you what I had to eat, and no, it wasn't a lot, but like I said, I wasn't hungry. I think I've been back here working on this quilt, and I'm kind of forgetting to eat. So I have to keep reminding myself to go eat. Matter of fact, I should set a reminder on my on Alexa telling me to go eat. So I didn't eat breakfast till late. I mean, it was in the afternoon when I ate breakfast. I'm going to try to change that. I want to start getting up so that I have my breakfast by about 9 o'clock, and then get on a normal schedule. Because, like I said, uh, I'm going to be substitute teaching, and that will start after Labor Day. No, I'm not going to be subbing every day, of course, especially toward the beginning of the school year. But I want to be on the schedule so that I'm prepared when that happens. Um, so I want to start flipping my schedule around a little bit, because I'm sleeping too late in the day, and um, I don't get anything else done. You know, of course, I've been back here working, and right now I haven't been able. I am not going anywhere because my gas tank is empty. um, I have enough to get to where I need to go to tomorrow, but Wednesday I can put gas in my car. So I mean, that's good for my project here. I should be ripping that chair apart still, but I needed to put that chair aside for a little bit and think about how to do that a little bit better so that I don't rip that fabric. Um, but I wanted to do something productive. That's why I came back and decided to try to make this quilt that I've had the fabric for so long. Every time I mention I'm working on my quilt, my daughter says, is my t-shirt quilt done? So that'll be my next project after I'm done with this, getting that t-shirt quilt done. But Emily, I don't have all the parts to it yet because I still need to get the fusible backing for your t-shirt. She has a lot of college t-shirts that she gave me to cut up into a quilt. And I don't have a pattern, so I'm kind of making my own. And that's okay. But that'll be my next quilting project anyway after I get this one done. But since fall's coming, I wanted a nice fall quilt. This will be too small for my bed. I am not going to make a king size quilt because my bed is a king size. And it's just a lot of bulk for my home machine to handle. So, however, if any of you out there are quilters and do, free arm or long arm quilting, let me know. I'll be happy to send my quilt to you to get quilted. So anyway, and it's not perfect. I've made mistakes in this. There's still some cutting errors that I've made that I'm, fudging as best as I can. But it's mine, and unless you look really closely, I mean, I know where the mistakes are, but hopefully nobody else will be so judgmental that they'll point them out to me. So I was going to have chicken for dinner in my salad tonight. And I went to the refrigerator and looked all over for that chicken and couldn't find it. So I think I must have eaten it. I don't know. Either that or I gave it to the dog. I don't think I did, but I did have the steak left over from last night, which, I didn't really want to eat beef 2 nights in a row, but I needed to have some protein on that salad. And I didn't want to have more cheese because more cheese leads to more cheese. So that's why I used the rest of my steak up. And right now, for the next few days, I'm in leftover mode anyway. I don't care. I like leftovers. One of my sons refuses to eat leftovers. He refuses to eat anything that isn't plastic. So it's his deal, not mine. I think he got a lot of food phobias when he was in the Army. And it took him a long time to start eating chicken again because I guess when he was in Afghanistan, they fed them really bad chicken a lot. So, well, anyway, I digress. Like I said, I had a good day on plan. I ended the day with 16 points. And I haven't added up my calories yet, but I'm pretty sure my calories are probably on the low side today. It's dark out, but I'm gonna have to get the dog out one more time before we call it a night tonight. I think. We'll see. At least it's a nice night. It's not storming like it was last night. And then I'm going to try to be, well, what time is it? I don't know. It's 9:23 right now. I'm going to try to be in bed by 10 o'clock. Like I said, I want to start getting up earlier. I want to tell you that tomorrow night, I think I'm going to do this tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to go live just to talk about, I'm going to call it my Tuesday evening tips. And the more of you that jump on with me and give tips to those who might be watching, the better. I think it just tips for, staying on plan, tips on fighting discouragement, tips for changing up your menus, tips on substitutions out of our regular recipes that we might need, tips for online members, tips for meeting members. I'm an online only member, I should say. And sometimes I miss the weekly thing. If it wasn't for Dee and Sandy, I wouldn't see what the weekly focus is. And sometimes it's very helpful, but I miss getting the recipes. I think there's a place you can get those online on the app. I'm not certain about that, but if you know how to get to it on the app, I would like to know that, the recipe of the week. I'm not saying I would make a lot of them, but it would be nice to see what's in them. I think sometimes the Weight Watcher recipes are really expensive to make. I was going through the cookbook, and I got their latest cookbook through my rewards on the app, the Wellness Wins Awards. I got the cookbook, and I thought some of their recipes were just really expensive to make. Does anybody else think that? So maybe tips on making it more budget friendly tomorrow night at 7. So anything that you can think of that you want to talk about, you can shoot me an email if it's a topic you'd like me to cover. But I'm going to go live. I haven't done a live in a long time. I think the last time I went live was when I was on my way out to Idaho in February. And just have a little nice friendly chat. So tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for my live Tuesday tip session. So, okay, well, I'm going to go now. Like I said, it's getting late. I want to finish this last quilt block. I hope you enjoy this. I mean, I can't wait to show you the whole thing done. So I can't wait to show me the whole thing done. This is actually the first quilt that I'm actually completing. I have a lot of whips or UFOs. The whips are the works in progress, or the UFOs are unfinished objects that I have stashed away that, for when I'm totally bored and need something to do. Years ago, I was making a quilt that was going to be a king-size quilt. But again, I want to say I'm a self-taught quilter, but I can't because I haven't really actually quilted anything yet. I've put a lot of pieces together, but nothing's quilted yet. But since then, I wised up, and I've been watching a lot of tutorials. Just like you guys watch the YouTube for the Weight Watchers, I do it for quilting and for sewing. There's a couple channels that I watch for one gal that makes like 12 pieces of clothing every month, and then she reviews the pattern and makes suggestions on how to make the pattern better. So I watch that. Have I really sewn any clothing lately? No. It's been a few years since I've really sewn clothing. Years ago, I used to make all my stuff, but and my kids too. I haven't in a while, but I'm to the point where I'm going to have to start because I need some new clothing, and my stuff is pretty much beyond altering, and it's old and out of style. So, yeah. I informed one of my sons tonight that for my birthday, I want a gift card to Joann Fabrics so I can go fabric shopping and pattern shopping. So, Anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I will be back tomorrow for my Tuesday tip live video, and I'll probably get a vlog up too of what I ate because it really helps me stay on plan when I vlog everything that I eat. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.